Good afternoon, this is Annie Woodrum and I'm coming to you from Florida. And actually I don't live here, I'm only visiting. I am from Tucson, Arizona. And I would like to give a big shout out to Super Patch, but I also can't give a shout out to Super Patch without giving a huge shout out to Bill and Cynthia Delaney. Cynthia, my good friend, had given me a call. She had talked to me about the Super Patch. I am a person that is always looking for something that is going to help me. I have two really bad bum knees, bone on bone, no cartilage in my left one at all. I have been enduring pain for years, needed a knee replacement 30 years ago. Been putting it off forever. I don't take any drugs or anything for pain, but I was sure willing to give this a try. Got the Super Patches in the mail. I went into my office and I sat down. I was doing some paperwork. I looked through the Super Patches, found the Freedom one, which is for pain relief. I put a patch on the inside of my left knee, which is the worst. It's always swelled. And I have to tell you, when I get up from a sitting position, I have to really mentally prepare myself for it because my knee doesn't just straighten out by itself. I have to really think about it. Once I get my knee straightened out and stand up, it takes me a few minutes to get moving just because I know that it's going to hurt so bad. But that's the condition of my knees. I'm a former gymnast and I've had 4 knee surgeries on my left knee alone. So anyway, doing some paperwork, I had to get up and get ready for an appointment. And I have to tell you, God is my witness. I stood up, didn't even think about it, walked to the bathroom to take a shower, and once I got in there, I stopped in my tracks. I realized that I was not in any pain. Pretty emotional moment for me, still is. I was so shocked, and that I had even got up and didn't even have to mentally prepare myself to walk. I stood there and I actually did a little jump on it and thought to myself, can this be for real? It's for real. I went on to my appointment. I called up a friend of mine, good friend in Tucson, and I said, you've got to see this. Went to her house, shared it with my friend and her husband, Linda and Steve Page. So happened there was going to be a presentation from Cynthia Delaney. The timing was perfect. But before the presentation, we had put a victory patch on Steve, is what he chose to try. We put a victory patch on Steve. We watched the presentation. Steve got up to go to the kitchen to get something, and he stopped in his tracks halfway across the living room floor, went back, sat down, stood up, sat down, stood up, and Linda says, what are you doing? He says, did you see that? And I'm looking at him. He goes, I don't have any pain in my back. And I was like, whoa, we celebrated. And I have to tell you, we had a contest on who could stand up and sit down the fastest. And I think we've got that on video too, so maybe we'll share that at a later date. But again, I just want to give a huge thank you to the Lord, number one. Super Patch, thank you, Jay, and Cynthia and Bill Delaney. You guys are the best.